Champion! We're here with the microwave stopper, Mr. Tech 9, and we're finally going back in time to a time where E.Ness and DNA faced off at SM2. The rematch is evident as it's playing back in the screen right there. They finally made it happen again in Philly. Tech, how you feel about the match initially?
First of all, salute to the Battle Academy.
Yeah.
Stiz continue to put on, great battles, trying to bring the battle culture back to Philly.
Yeah.
I thought it was, first of all, I commend DNA for taking the battle and saying, I know how the first battle went when we were in New York.
Yeah.
I'm coming to battle you on your hometown and your home city. I don't care if it's 33,000 of your boys. We battle. Let's get it in. So I commend DNA, and also like the fact that DNA got booed and still was able to fight through the boos. I like the fact that Ness told the crowd, nah, we not doing this. I know what happened when they did this in New York.
But they still did it. They booed him.
Yeah, but Ness quieted the crowd down and said, come on, y'all, we ain't doing this. Let's get him out of here. Let's treat him.
I'm gonna get my bars, and then we can get him out of here.
Yeah.
We can get him out of here that way.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give a shout out to Stiz too. I like the atmosphere. You know what I mean? I feel like he's giving Philly a scene.
He really is.
In a sense, he's really, him with WBL, Power Circle, Battle League. They're giving Philly some life. I appreciate that 100%. The atmosphere looked dope.
Yes, it is. It looks great. It was packed.
Yeah.
You gotta turn the air conditioner on.
Like it was sweating a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Give me that gritty feel though. You want to get to the first round?
Yeah, the first round. Ness comes out. He has an uppercut, turn Eric in a Kerry Hilson line that I thought was pretty dope. He had a guns is economy size. You get the family pack. I like that line. And he also had the DNA slogan, which is really my slogan.
Okay, here we go.
DNA got it from me, But anyway, I like the fact that he was able to use that slogan and turn it up against him. It was good. I thought Ness started off slow. In the first round, I expected a lot more. He did address some situations that happened in New York, but to me, for him to be holding on to that gripe and all that he wanted retribution for 6 years, and for him to finally get it.
You're saying exactly what I think here. Do we agree?
Yeah, we agree.
Oh,
yeah,
wow, this is crazy.
For him to finally get it, when he was done his first round, I was like, come on, Ness, I expected a lot more, man. I expected everything to come out in this round. I didn't get that in the first.
I agree. I felt like Ness came out a little stronger. You know what I mean? This is a grudge match in a sense. The same way Hollow when the first round came against Arsenal, I'm expecting that for E.Ness. But like the way you wrote down the lines, I think people get the wrong idea. Like you just had it. What's the first one you said?
He had an uppercut to Eric, turn Eric into Kerry Hilson.
On paper, that sounds bad, but it's how he flows into a lot of his lines that makes it good. You know what I mean? He's literally probably top 3 flows in battle rap.
Absolutely.
So that's why he's getting the cheers that he gets sometimes. But DNA's around, you know what I mean? Everything I need will point on E at a compass.
It's fire.
I thought the trust the process bar was cool. You can tell he's trying to pin it. He's trying to pin it to the Philly crowd a little bit.
I loved it.
He's talking about cheesesteaks, trust the process, Eagles.
I gave Mark hell since I've been a rookie.
Yeah.
They just have to trust the process.
No, I see. You smart DNA. You had on the Philly jacket and everything. Give him a star in the 50. Give him a star in the 50 like a Den of Thieves. I thought that was dope. That was fire. And then he freestyle rebuttal with somebody coming at him in the crowd. Fire.
With the hype man?
Yeah.
You gonna get him killed again for being a bad hype man.
Exactly. I thought that was fire.
Playing right into DNA's hand. Or is he on DNA's team? I mean, come on.
He probably set it up.
Good boy.
With this mill, I ain't a dream chaser. See, Meat Mill, Trust the Process, Eagles, cheesesteaks. You see what he's doing here. Come on. He came to here on Champion. He know what he's doing.
He's smart. He had a Missy Lose Control line that I liked. That was fire. I mean, he's smart.
Yeah.
He's smart.
I'm placing a bid on eBay. Thought that was fire.
Searching for Ness, and we can't find him. I'm placing a bid on eBay. What are we doing here? That was crazy.
You're the only one dragging on this card. Yu-Gi-Oh! You play Yu-Gi-Oh? What you know about that? Chill out, DNA. Chill out. What else? I thought he had a dope round.
Punches. DNA had way more punchlines and punches in the first round. Ness, there wasn't really too many. Like you said, it was the flow. And I felt like DNA clearly won the first round.
So too.
I mean, with a couple E's. It was clear. I don't know what Ness was doing in the first. But DNA clearly won the first round.
Yeah.
Clear.
I got it the same way. He came out like he knows this is a rematch. You know what I mean? He knows that he got to come harder than even what he did in the first match, even though he won, because he's in the home field advantage of E.Ness. I thought he brought it.
See, that's the problem with people when they get home field advantage. I think you get lax, you get dazed, and you go, "Oh, I'm home." They'll love anything, but the problem is it has to come out on camera.
Exactly.
So for the 200-300 people that were there, there's still millions of people that's going to watch it on the internet.
I think this approximately has 145 or 46,000 views. There's too much people in the building. We're about the 100,000. They in the comments right now. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
This.
Still 148,000+ people that's unaccounted for.
Exactly.
That you still have to, prove that you're the best in their eyes.
Yeah. So the second round now?
Second round, Ness comes out, and I thought this was his best round. He said, first and second half, that was half of what they paid me.
Yeah.
I like that line. He said that this W was overdue. I hit him with the late fees. Crazy. He said, your biggest battle came from me. I made you who you are.
And how he said it. Your biggest battle came from me. I made you who you are.
He said, that's why I got the gun Reed gave me in the car. He talking to him now.
He just bagging this.
He said, how y'all New York dudes say it? Ninjas get shot every day, B. Oh, man. I don't know if you got any other.
I got, it's his flow right here. I'm gonna put it in here. So bars are bullet holes. You can get them either way. Like something. A lap dance from Lisa Ray.
I like that line.
It's how he flows into the. It's dope.
Goddamn DNA. It's shame it had to be this way. You just started getting fresh. It's every day for me, okay? Walked up in the building. They told me to put my heat away. Bars are these bullet holes. You can get them either way. Nigga, do it look like I give when people say I'm wavy still. I'm a Navy SEAL. He a Green Beret. Lead the way. Can't catch a dot in the TT Bay. Sleeper spray. Then I get a lap dance from Lisa Ray.
I like that.
I think E.Ness's second round was way better than the first. He's bringing the energy here. Like this, he for a lot of the reactions he got in the second, I feel like he deserved most of them.
He really did.
Yeah,
he really did. There was no gas. There was no gas in round two. DNA comes out with the rebuttal, which I thought was pretty cool. But of course, he got booed. The crowd started to boo him, which I thought the boo was a little bit premature. They didn't even give him a chance to get into what he was saying.
And like you said, the rebuttal was good. With the paid in full,
it was a dope rebuttal. Well, every day B, and that's how they was talking to Paid in Full, and they said that. And it's from the Rico like Money Mitch. I thought the rebuttal was really dope, but they booed him. So it was premature, and Philly, we got to do better. And I'm glad that Ness was able to step in and say, "Yo, come on, y'all. I know what they did to me in New York. Let's not do this here. Let them rap." So that was pretty dope by Ness. Good sportsmanship. DNA had if you a dinosaur like Dino should have caught the lick on Fred. I like that. He had a band line, Dinosaur Dino. You should have caught the lick on Fred.
Yeah.
Going back to the MTV we know about that fight he had with Fred.
Yeah, the
choke and all that. Yeah, it was crazy. He said New York versus Indiana after the 8-point to 9-second. I'm Reggie Miller. I thought that was real dope. Talking about how Reggie Miller scored 8 points in 9 seconds back when New York played the Pacers in the playoffs. Fire. I love that. I love that whole line. He had a crazier than crazy glue setup where he said, it's like saying I'm more Jamaican than Jamaican food.
Yeah,
and he starts,
I knew he was going. It's no way you do a rematch and not address the crazier than crazy bar from the first one.
I like that whole setup. I thought that was really dope. He said, "Get the rope around his neck like an '80s group. Big cat with the small, but with the small cat, but it ain't for root. You know them wrestling bars never get old.
Hey, DNA's a wrestling fan. Like every other day, he has on like a wrestling jacket and stuff like that. So
he said he'll be missing his back end. All they can say is he ain't recoup. The back end, his back end, he ain't recoup. You ain't. I see the double entendres.
How do you got it? It seems like you like DNA round two, so.
I like DNA. I like DNA round two.
I gave the second to E.Ness. Slightly.
I gave the second to E.Ness slightly as well too. He said he had a how you say you got it on Loch Ness, and you still can't see monsters. I thought that was dope. I felt like. Far as the punches go, DNA got it. He had way more punches than Ness in the second. But I felt like the overall, Ness won that second round. Like you said, his delivery, his flow was on point. Yeah. He had a lot of good lines, and he talked. It was direct to DNA. I thought that his second was better, and I scored the second round for E.Ness.
That's what I hate when we agree, because I'm pretty much going to repeat what you just said. So I might as well get to the third round. You know what I mean? So how we calling the third?
My third, and I'm just gonna come straight off and just and I wanted more from Ness in the third. The first I wanted more, and the third I wanted more. I felt like Ness' biggest round should have been his first and his third. The second round is what he should have gave away. Yeah. And when we got into the third, I said, okay, I'm going to see something really explosive here. And I'm being totally honest, I didn't get that in the third. What I got from Ness was back to the same flow, great flow. And to me, it's a lot of the lines that Ness was saying, it felt like the people already knew it. So
they did.
There were people repeating his lines with him. Before he even got to the line, they were already saying the line with them.
But that's how Philly was born and raised. I mean, if you go back to the old DVDs, even with your man's in the background saying your lines. So
but that means they know it.
Yeah.
And that means they've heard it. for you to be,
so you shouldn't be cheering if you heard the lines. What you're saying?
Have you heard the lines before, or whether I think some of those lines were old lines from previous battles or previous mixtapes that he put out. He even said it in the round. He say all my flows sound like a mixtape. You know, and he already put it out. He said, so what?
Sound like you're rapping on the beat.
Yeah, he said, so what?
Then he rapped pretty much 2 songs that's out now. You know what I mean? The Casanova.
Oh yeah, yes he did. Yes he did. Yes he did.
Solid.
Yes he did. So I mean, I had a line. He said, if even though I'm by myself, I still got an army. I like that line from Ness. He said, I could tell by how you dress, your chick got an income tax. I like that line from him. And he also had I'm wavy as a ball. The K'll make you seesaw. He bought the Crazier Than Crazy glue back, and he had a nice little flow with that.
I think the way he did it, that should be like his Strapped In or Showtime.
I loved it. The one the crazy one?
Yeah.
Whoa, he said bringing the Crazier Than Crazy glue.
Every battle.
And I like that. That was really fire.
Ness do every battle. Every battle.
He said, me and Big Mama stir frying on the same stove. Good round from Ness, but not what I wanted. I wanted him to literally break DNA down, talk more about that first battle y'all had, talk about how Diddy was there, Busta Rhymes was there. Go take me back to Summer Madness 2 in that third round and make it work for you. Yeah. That's what I wanted in the third round, and I didn't get it.
For me, I 100% agree yet again. I feel like it needed more for traction for me to grab to it. And more structure, you know what I mean? I felt like when you go into DNA's third round, he had structure, he had approaches and angles that he addressed. As opposed to E.Ness, it's like he's saying this, and then 10 seconds later he's saying that. 30 seconds later he's on a whole different topic that got not much to do with the original battle.
That's true. So, DNA comes out, you was on TV and got Hollywood, and that was only right we tell E's story. Fire. Yeah. He said Eric's no ninja, the crossover, the shot, you won't get to the answer. Talks about Eric's no ninja, that was crazy. He said, whoever witness gonna witness. I'm sickness. Like I developed the sickness. The whole Ness flips was crazy. He went into a whole little
and I would want a lot of more DNA flips from Ness. I feel like I didn't get enough of that.
Nah, he did one in the beginning and one backwards.
That's like one.
DNA one and one backwards.
Yeah.
That was it. He had read in 3 dots like you speak in Braille. DNA with the OBC, I gotta call you out.
You had he's a bandit.
He's a outdated bar bandit. DNA slipping with the 40. Ezel, come on. We can't do Friday lines or none of that. He had Friday bars. It was you got to do better than that. He had the 40 working with the View as Drake producer. I like that line. And he had a Philly flow when he went crazy and the crowd just went nuts when he said and he did the Philly flow. I thought that was crazy. 5 round from DNA. I felt like DNA won this round pretty easily.
I thought DNA took the battle. Gotta keep it fair. I know where we're from, but I feel like DNA got it first and third.
Yeah.
Second can be argued, but I give it second to Ness. I feel like Ness can win in these situations, just that he needs to have his stuff tailored more to the opposition.
I think so too.
It'd have been.
I agree with you.
Ness's favor.
I like you said. It felt like at all 3 rounds, it felt like DNA was direct with his approach, and he talked about Ness in those battles. And that third round, it seemed like Ness just threw DNA's name in there wherever he could slide it in. But it felt like that third round was just that third round could have been for anybody. It was nothing really crafted towards DNA in that third round. And I'm not saying every round has to be directed
not at all,
towards your opponent. But I think at least...
You're going to want that in the third, though.
At least one round has to be purposely, just at least. And I felt like it should have been in that third. It wasn't there because even the approaches he took in round 1 and 2, none of them were really that spot on direct. So I'm thinking, okay, the haymaker's coming in the third. Got to the third, and I was left stuck. And even though the crowd was rough with DNA at times, they still showed him love when he got hot. And I still feel like Philly is a key market for battle rap.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
proved
yeah,
it in this battle. You know, they were fair.
I'm looking forward to seeing E.Ness on another card.
Yeah,
But I will say I was surprised. I think he was on 15 Minutes of Fame or Hip Hop Drill, one of those platforms. And he had a lot to say about the match. He went on for like 30 minutes about how the first match was this happened, and that's why I let, he was pretty much personal. To get this from the battle was like a little bit, off. That's how I got it though.
Yeah.
DNA 1 and 3.
DNA definitely 1 and 3. 2-1 DNA. Like you said, I'm expecting to see Ness, and I'm expecting to see Ness right more, for the opponent. Be direct on. The flow stuff is really good, but that flow, it'll only take you but so far. You have to be direct. Flow and be direct.
Yeah, he'll be dangerous. He'll be one of the most dangerous. If he can find that combination, he'll be one of the most dangerous people batters.
And I think that's why a lot of the comments that are under the video is, you see him more leaning towards DNA because of that reason. But I still thought it was a pretty dope battle. It has replay value, so dope battle overall.
That's how I got it. Champion.
I was the one to hate. Nobody gave a damn. Told me to my face. I ain't in their plans. Now I'm getting funnel cake. They wanna shake.